Are you ready to awaken, heal, and align with your highest self? I'm Heather Lynn, founder of Heart Alchemy Wellness, a spiritual life coach, certified Ayurvedic nutritionist, QHHT practitioner, and 300-hour YTT yoga instructor. I've dedicated my journey to guiding others through deep transformations through shadow work and energetic healing. Through Chakra Wave Tuning and trauma-informed sound therapy, I help you unlock your inner wisdom, balance your energy, and step into your true power. Whether through one-on-one sessions or through our immersive retreats, I'm here to support your path to wholeness. Join me on this journey of self-discovery and healing. It's time to reclaim your power, awaken your heart, and step into the life you were meant to live.
Good morning, my lovers. Coach Heather Lynn here with Heart Alchemy Wellness. I am a spiritual life coach and I go live every day with a daily podcast called Daily Vibes with Heather Lynn. It's a short mini podcast where we discuss the daily energy, we create a little bit of chi, and if we have time, we will do some breathwork meditation, and I always provide some tips to add into your healthcare toolkit. Yes, our healthcare toolkit is really, really important, guys. Basically, it is all of our arsenal and resources and tools when we become in a position where life is changing. Let's be honest, life is a journey. During this journey, you have ebbs and flows. And if you have the right tools, the right resources, the right mindset, you can achieve and conquer anything. How do you think we survived as humans this far? Our sheer desire to survive and to make things better. So, one thing here, I am going to be hosting a class where we create a talking stick. Basically, it is a shamanic stick that allows individuals to speak the place and the opportunity to speak freely in groups. It'll be something that will be prayed over, meditated, cleansed, charged, and pretty much going to be one of the tools that you're going to use if anything ever happens, because not only is it to provide you space or other people's space, but sometimes you can use it in a part of your practice to help you provide space for yourself. Let me be honest, one of the things that I'm learning about myself is that I'm supposed to be a lover, and the way that I grew up, I was a fighter. My dad basically, I had a rough shell, and technically at heart, I'm supposed to be sweet as pie, and I'm really trying to find the balance between sweet as pie and having a softened outer shell. I've learned discernment, so I'm learning my lessons. So, also on the 17th, on the full moon in Pisces, we are also having an eclipse that evening. Ooh, y'all know me, I got Saturn in my Pisces and Neptune in there, like, ooh, all kinds of confusion. What are you gonna do? You know, I got all these transitions going on, and I'm just like, I signed up for this. I got this. It's okay. Day by day, breath by breath, minute by minute. But we're going to utilize this wonderful energy, and we're going to be basically having a sound bath on the water. So it's going to be for paddle boards, paddle boats, paddle boards, kayaks. If you have a float, I don't care. Just come embrace the energy. What we're going to be doing, just a quick synopsis. We will be doing a quick meditation. We'll be doing a breath work. And then we are going to basically have about an hour of sound where you guys are just laying around, listening and observing the frequencies of the full moon while we're basking. And we are going to have a release ceremony where we are going to basically write anything that is not serving us, and we are going to release it and give it back to the heavens.
I bet you didn't know that healing could feel this transformative. Join us in Colorado for a retreat unlike any other. Join us from June 6th to 9th at the Sacred Kingdom, Colorado Holistic Retreat, nestled near Fort Collins. Imagine immersing yourself in nature, surrounded by breathtaking scenery and connecting with a community of like-minded souls. Led by Marcus Crystallite of Sacred Light, Heather Lynn of Heart Alchemy Wellness, our retreat offers a unique blend of quantum healing modalities designed to elevate your mind, body, and spirit. Experience the profound effects of quantum hypnosis, where you'll unlock hidden potentials and release deep-seated emotions. Dive into the soothing waves of sound healing, allowing vibrations to wash over you and restore your inner harmony. Engage in guided meditations that will ground you in the present moment and reconnect you with your true self. And that's not all. You'll enjoy nourishing vegetarian and vegan meals, sip on cacao and reishi coffee, and hike through the picturesque landscape. It's not just a retreat, it's a journey to wholeness. Whether you're a seasoned wellness seeker or new to holistic practices, this retreat welcomes you with open arms. Don't miss out on this extraordinary opportunity to heal, grow, and reconnect. Scan the QR code on the flyer to start your registration, or text Marcus Crystallite at 513-238-5580 for more information. Transform your life and embrace the journey at the Sacred Kingdom, Colorado Holistic Retreat. Your path to healing starts here.
So, with all that said, let's dive right into the energy, because your girl has to hurry. I have to be in Fairfield today by a little after 8, which gives me an hour drive and a little time, which is okay. I love it. I embrace it. One thing that I'm learning to soften the edges is that life doesn't have to be perfect, and that Heather is more than just the businesswoman. One thing that I struggled with is I became codependent on titles and stuff like that growing up. With my Cancer descendant, my need to share and to love and to nurture isn't for everyone. Let's be honest. And I'm learning that without discernment, that could get me in a lot of trouble. But that's why I have to, and you should be looking for a divine counterpart. Not someone that's going to be, it's going to be your person that you can, they say when you know. And honestly, with my Pluto Libra, I've had quite a few, and I'm okay with learning and growing with a person. And once we're done, hey, if we got to disconnect, it doesn't, because we're infinite beings, and then we're trying to basically tie this one person down to us, even when it's not working. That's not us living in our truth. And then think about that. If you're not living in your truth and you're unhappy, take that, magnify it by 365, and times that by 5 years. That's a lot of loss of energy. And my parents did that. They stayed together for us kids. They said, this was for you kids. Y'all messed your kids up trying to stay together. The kids were hurt by staying together. So don't do that. And I'm okay. I'm okay with, I'm a Virgo, Virgin. I get who I am. But I am looking for my divine counterpart, because in the past, I had a lot of lessons and cycles I needed to close. One of them being, I had to learn how to be independent. Let me be honest, everyone's always taking care of me, not financially. Your girls had that covered, okay? But emotionally, I've relied on my friends, family, and outside sources, and based on my natal chart, that is not, where I'm supposed to be looking. I'm supposed to be looking within and finding the ownership inside of my own vessel. So, which explains my, Aquarius South Node, the need for the community, and my Leo North Node, where I'm learning to be proud in my independent ways. If you know your natal chart and how all aspects impact you, instead of just saying, hey, I'm just a Virgo, man, that Virgo was just one facet. There's so many other things that matter, you know, like I have a Saturn complex, a new, you know, a Pluto complex, a Neptunian complex. And I see them now, and I actually watch them and play, and I'm like, damn, there's the shadow. She coming out. Like, she really did. She just came out of the closet just like, hi, I'm here to be healed today. And that, we can laugh about it. I can laugh about it now because I remember so many times when I would sit there and just, oh, I have this complain and blame. Gene Key. And y'all know me. I own it. I owned my shadow. I will own my shadow now that I know what they are and why these belittling beliefs, these patterns, these mannerisms, these actions and reactions were simply caused because of a part of my human design. I was meant to experience these. Anyone wants to learn about their human design, check my biddle at the top. You can basically, or just DM me. We can do a one-on-one. I need to update my Facebook page and include some of my new offerings. I'll be honest, I'm slacking in some of those areas. Part of it was because the past 2 years of opening and closing and just like not really knowing, I had to rest and breath for a while on how I want to proceed with my wellness center, because the way that, you know, the resistance that I met in the past, I really need to look at that and decide how to overcome it, or if and I have not there, so we're working on that. Anyway, today's energy is 15, the White Duchess. And it looks like me, because, you know, I'm just gonna put it out there. No, yes. Yeah, here we go. White Duchess. So basically it's a wedge. And a lot of people say that I'm a wedge, and really I'm not. I believe in God. I grew up Christian. I taught Bible school. I'm normal. The only difference that between my religious views and my spiritual views is, you know, in religion, you pretty much are waiting to die and to be saved. When spirituality, you acknowledge that it was your own actions and choices and that God isn't going to save you, and that you have to be accountable for your actions. So you have to go through the death anyway, but it's called an ego death, where you meet yourself. Okay? So that's the difference. And you understand that you have power within, and that we were made in the image of God. So if we are made in the image of God, why are we not God ourselves? Why do I have to go pay someone 10% of my money to? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Let me just stop the judgments. I find peace in that. We all need to find source in a way that fits them. For me, religion just didn't do it. You want to know why? When I was growing up, my sister went to a Catholic, or it wasn't even a Catholic church, I think it was Pentecostal. And I don't want to name bomb because I don't give a fuck. What you gonna say? That ain't true. And I'm like, shh, I got receipts, bitches. They literally told her that because she smoked cigarettes and that she had sex without, you know, out of wedlock, she was going to hell. Well, first of all, when you tell someone that is emotionally vulnerable due to childhood trauma, and they absorb that information because they're fucking empaths, and then they start internalizing it like they're the fucking demon because of they're not pure enough to fit your stature. And then she did go to Catholic, and then the sit, stand, kneel shit, and the fact that they can drink every weekend and be all fucking dirty and gnarly during the week and go home and sit, stand, kneel. Yeah. And I love you guys, no hating, but this is the shit I'm talking about. I don't get to do that. You know, my spiritual vessel, I don't get to go out and get fucked up all the time. I don't get to go and be you know, my human self 6 days a week, and then on Sunday I go redeem myself. Okay? That's the difference between spirituality and religion. Religion people can still be assholes and still not find God, but claim that they're walking in the light. And then you have some people that walk in the light that really are walking in the shadows too. So the shit goes both ways. And then the next one was I was going to convert to be Catholic. And then the fucking priest was molesting little boys. So, yeah, I'm sorry. And then I did go back again to the Methodist Church. I really like that because women can lead. And I'm like, yes, I'm a leader and I can hear my voice. We were going to basically combine churches with two different ethnic backgrounds. One of them didn't want to merge because they were all up in the identity phase and that ego, like it's mine, I needed to keep it. And both church failed. So there you go. In a nutshell, that's my experience with the politics of that entities, right? So I don't fucking need that. I don't fucking need that shit. I don't need your deep, dark secrets. So, no, I'm not a witch. Yes, I believe in God. Yes, I'm a woman of wisdom. Yes, that witch is what a witch technically means. Now, you do have some dark entities. Let's just leave that where that's at because I don't provoke and I don't care. I shine light and love on that, and that's all I do. I don't fuck with that. So let's read what 15 has to say. And I'm sorry I went on my religious views, but anyone wants to know, that's the truth. I have Pluto in my fucking Libra house, motherfuckers. So Libra is about balance. Pluto is about if I see some fuck shit, I'm going to be like, fuck. And then I have to change perspective and take a third eye's perspective of what the fuck just happened. Because I feel that, I feel that energy. I see it. So anyway, I had to put that out there. That's why I have the spiritual. Plus, I've also been through the gates of hell through a lot of the work that I've had to do to get where I'm at as a spiritual life coach. Period. It's just the way it is. And a lot of us have gone through this. A lot of us women, empresses, are rising right now. We're supposed to be doing this. Okay, it says, don't look to what has been to find your destiny. Your future is bright and blessed. If the pain of the past fades too little close for comfort, White Duchess steps to help you leave behind the emotional storms of your past and move into her protection. A time of transition is upon you, and soon your feet shall settle and be the sacred ground, and calm shall be prevail inside and out. And let's be honest, that's the same shit that goes in our political system. They're both the same. They went to the same school, they got the same programming, they eat at the same table when they arguing with each other. You know, that apple doesn't far fall from the tree. But these are the things that are being exposed right now and that are needing our space, our love, and our acceptance that these are true, genuine things that are going to help provide us growth. Period. Do I have any feelings over any of those experiences? No. I've healed all of that. I have come to the realization that each one of these experiences taught me to not look for outer validation. And because sometimes that answer or that response, like we're waiting on God to come save us, but it was our own choices and actions that led us to the situation we're in versus taking accountability. We're trying to project that someone needs to come save us. Do you get that feeling? Love Jesus, the archetype I love, I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that we give a lot of our power away in that facet through the religious order. And I'm just not about that. I need to keep this shit because I'm a manifester. I don't need, I understand and I'm very whole in my concept of God, universe, source, connectiveness, oneness, the fact that all religions lead to God, and that there is light and dark in all of it. You have to just transmute and just accept that what's more of, So it says, are you the one in the many suffering in the dark in the stormy inner world of post-traumatic stress? And I have been. I'm not gonna lie, I have been, and that was a part of why I left, because I had PTSD from the in and out, and I tried to explain, and I knew that, you know, because my greatest wounding is Chiron, and it has to do with basically moving. I moved 30 times as a kid, like not having that safety, that home. I was a fucking gypsy, y'all. And I just never, I always felt like we had to pick up, and I abandoned everything. And it's really easy for me to pick up and just be like, toodles. That's not a good thing. That's not a good, it is a good thing, but it's not. It says, do you believe that because there has been struggle in your past and perhaps even time, even great pain, that this is how your future shall be too? No, once you heal all that, your future is not the same as the past, because you're not going to attract those limiting ideas, patterns, beliefs, because you've overcame them. So it says, or perhaps you have been striving towards a dream and it seems too long since you began, and you are beginning to lose hope, or even breaking through into a successful fulfillment and a new life. It says the White Judges comes to you with a clear guidance. Don't look back. Let the past be put to rest. Let's leave all that in the past. And I have. But I need you guys to understand that I'm going to speak up about why I'm where I'm at. I got out of religion because it didn't serve my higher purpose. And I'm a light leader. And even though I can look past some of the things, integrity, I can't look past. You know, there's no way I'll go to a Catholic church. And I know might have been one person, but that just ruined it for me. Because I know why that gentleman, when you repress any energy and you're making them repress their sexual energy, what the do you think's gonna happen? You know what I mean? So these are the things that I'm talking. We give of ourselves and we hurt ourselves. You know, I bet that some of this stuff wouldn't happen if they, you know, they would have been able to exert some of the energy that they were repressing. Just food for thought, maybe? I don't know. And again, this is just my opinion. Don't shoot the messenger. These are just my beliefs and I'm entitled to them. And I'm trying to make peace with all that. And because I genuinely do love church, I do love the Bible, I do love the word. I can hear and see the vibration of what's inserted by man. And I'm going to be honest, my soul will naturally like skip over that shit. You know what I mean? I don't know why or how, but it naturally takes me to where I need. And it is very powerful. So let me get off this shit. Because I'm explaining shit that I don't need to be explaining. The White Duchess comes to you with clear guidance. Don't look back. Don't let the past put it to rest. Whatever has haunted your dreams, whatever has caused turmoil is over and isn't needed anymore. There is a future destiny calling to you. It is a time of transition into a new world, into your own. The White Duchess appears when you're in the midst of a significant life transition. You may be aware of this, or you may come to surprise, but the appearance indicates you need to let go of the past, even if that means to go through a phase that is really not knowing who you are, where you are, or where you're headed. I've been there, and I'm okay with that. I love me every step away. She will guide you through the transition towards the future completely free of past influence, unfeathered by the issues that have trapped you and gone by. She wipes you with all contamination and then helps you start afresh. A new life, a new person, a new chance of life to live your dreams. Trust and believe her with the positive power of the future. So, exactly like I said, you know, there's a lot of us that we provide a lot of misunderstanding and some of the trials that we experience along the way. And let me just put this honestly. This is why you need to experience the Holistic Healing for Veterans Retreat, a sanctuary for your mind, body, and soul. On July 12th and 13th in the heart of Loveland, Ohio, Marcus Crystallite of Sacred Light and former Marine Sergeant A.J. Lardy invite you to the first ever Holistic Healing for Veterans Retreat. Picture this, 2 days dedicated to you. Dive deep into workshops on trauma healing, sound therapy, shadow work, and so much more. Imagine the tranquility of outdoor camping, the nourishment of plant-based meals, and the power of community healing. This retreat is not just another program. It's a quantum leap towards reclaiming your inner peace. Connect with experts like Heather Lynn from Heart Alchemy Wellness and the intuitive Sam. These practitioners are here to guide you through a transformative experience. Here's the best part, it's affordable. We know how crucial accessible care is.
This retreat is designed with you in mind, ensuring that healing is within reach. Ready to embark on this journey? Scan the QR code on the flyer or text Marcus Crystallite at 513-238-5580 to secure your spot. Healing, connection, transformation, this is your time. Join us in Loveland, Ohio, and take the first step towards reclaiming your wellness. Remember, you're not just attending a retreat, you're joining a community, a tribe of veterans ready to heal together. So are you ready to heal? We'll see you there.
These experiences, and my Pluto and Libra is in my 3rd house, so it's my relationship house. So obviously, and I'm a 5-1 profile, so I attract things to investigate it, and I'm a fucking heretic. Meaning that as soon as I see that, I'm going to be like, rah, 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 and speak up against it. So I'm trying to find balance between the two. Because technically what needs to happen is it needs to be acknowledged, healed, loved, honored, that, we understand what's going on now, so that we don't make the same mistake. Because me judging them is no different than them doing the act. You see what I mean? I'm trying not to throw judgments. I am speaking truth about what happened. And a part of it, I believe, is I'm supposed to be working with my own inner essence and not projecting onto others. Some people need that though. And that is okay too. There's nothing wrong with it. This is just my experience with religion. That's it. I still read the Bible. I also have read a little bit of the, other books. I think it's the Quran. And, I tried to study everything. Buddhism, Taoism, pagans, if anyone were to probably ask me, I would probably be a pagan Buddhist. Like, that's kind of how my views of balance kind of sway. I'm not anything. I'm just Heather. And my religion is love. God, source. You know what I mean? That's what matters. It's not about, the church does a lot of good. Okay, guys, I'm not saying that. They have, and I have a lot of great pastor friends. But that's why I got out though. I couldn't go back. I couldn't go back after the women were so damn prideful in their name that everyone failed. Everyone failed. Like, what? We're all kids and children of light, working together for a common goal. Like, really? Are we going to let finances and fucking color restrictions fucking stop us? We ain't learned shit. And I was disheartened because I thought that was the one place that I would see equality. I was mistaken. So let's do this Qigong because I gotta go. All right, so we're gonna do everything 7 times. We're gonna start with our hands, then our underarms, then our elbow creases, and then we're gonna stomp our feet. I do not have time for breathwork today. I'm sorry. I actually have to, like I said, I have to be in Lebanon here soon. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I actually have to be in Fairfield. I think it's about an hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I was going to wait till 8 to go log in at my home branch and then bounce from there. I'm just going to go here in a minute. I am not doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need to do my expense report today. Yeah, I drive too many miles not to be getting my money back for that. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right, guys. Yeah, we're going through this cleansing period. I'm telling you right now, and a lot of it for me is this people-pleasing shit. And, like the people pleaser in Heather, I wouldn't have spoke like that before because I'd have been too afraid of what every one of you guys would have thought. And, there's some truth in it, but we have to love what, just because a few bad eggs ruin it doesn't mean that the whole thing is bad, okay? And I'm not saying that at all. You know, and we're just gonna leave it there. So, yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome, what day are we on? Today's my first day back to work. It's Wednesday, Heather. Okay. Woo, so anyone, what's your plans this weekend? Anyone have some exciting Labor Day plans? I think I'm going to go to this light festival. There's a 3-day light festival in Kentucky. And I think I'm going to go rock it. I think I'm going to go zen out. And it's a sober event. I love it. In the past, I would always go to events where there's a bunch of drinking and I'm not about it. Don't get me wrong. I occasionally drink and there's nothing wrong with it. But in large crowds and like music festivals, that just reminds me of New Orleans. That place stinks. And then New York City, Manhattan, don't take me back there. No. I don't care if I'm in the most expensive hotel like I was right there on the main strip. Yeah, you can't pay me enough for that. Like, between the sensory overload and stuff and the smell, I can't hang. I cannot hang. All right, guys, much love and light. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
This is your chance to find out. On May 12th, join Marcus Christolite of Sacred Light Healing for an unforgettable full moon art and sound healing event. From 7-9 p.m. EST, immerse yourself in a night of enchantment at the cozy space next door to Portia's Cafe in Columbus, Ohio. Picture this, mystical LED and black lighting setting the perfect ambiance as you create free-flowing, connective art. Sip on Rishi coffee, cacao, and snacks while you let your creativity soar. Feel the vibrations of shamanic live painter Rebecca Jones of Blistering Wood Pyrography, and Heather Lynn of Heart Alchemy Wellness with her mesmerizing singing bowls and tuning forks. All while Marcus Christolite guides you through a transcendental healing meditation. And the best part? This magical experience is free and donation-based, making it accessible to everyone. So invite your family, friends, and anyone else who could use a little mystical healing in their life. Don't miss out on this sacred space for fun, connection, and transformation. Got questions? Text Marcus Christolite at 513-238-5580.